Hey everybody, it's Mr. Haskell, and I'm back with more things you should know by being alive. And tonight I want to talk about the Gaspee Affair, and I want to talk about what happened, why it mattered, and how it escalated colonial resistance before the Revolutionary War. So, in the early 1700s, as I've said in my other videos pre-revolution, we have tensions between Britain and the American colonies, and they're going over the same things: taxes, trade restrictions, and, well, British enforcement of customs laws. Now, Rhode Island, with its busy ports, resented British customs enforcement, which hurt merchant ships and ship captains. So here we are with plucky little Rhode Island. So, what was the Gaspee? All right, so the HMS Gaspee was a British customs schooner that was sent to enforce trade laws along the Rhode Island coast. The Gaspee's captain, he was Lieutenant William Duddingston, and he was a very strict, aggressive, hard charger. You know, he's stopping and searching ships for smuggling, and this is angering the local colonists. And so on June 9th of 1772, the Gaspee was chasing the packet ship Hannah, and it ran aground near Warwick, Rhode Island, in Narragansett Bay. That night, a group of Rhode Island colonists, led by merchant John Brown, not that John Brown, that he's the Civil War John Brown, this John Brown during the Revolution, they boarded longboats and they attacked the beached Gaspee. They shot and wounded Lieutenant Duddingston. They captured the crew, and they set the Gaspee on fire, and they burned it to the waterline. And so the British government was outraged, and they saw the burning of the Gaspee as an act of treason. They offered rewards for information to the identities of the attackers and threatened to send the suspects overseas back to England for trial. Despite investigations, the colonists protected those involved. I didn't see anything, and no one was ever charged, right? And so, what's the impact on colonial resistance here? Well, the Gaspee Affair was a major act of colonial resistance before the Boston Tea Party in 1773. It showed colonists that they were willing, to use violence to oppose British authority. It sparked fear among colonists about being tried in Britain, right, violating their right to a local trial by jury. And it led to the creation of committees of correspondence, which is the network for the colonies to communicate and then also coordinate resistance. Why does it matter? Why does the Gaspee Affair matter? The escalated tensions between Britain and the colonies were now very noticeable. It helped unite colonists in defending local rights against what they saw as British overreach, and it helped build momentum toward revolution, by showing the colonists' willingness to resist, not just protest, right? So, wrapping this whole thing up, the Gaspee Affair was more than just the burning of a ship. It was a bold act of defiance that lit sparks of resistance across the colonies, started in Rhode Island. All righty. If you learned anything new tonight, hey, throw me a like, a comment, a share, follow, anything. I'll take it. I'm not too choosy. And I'll make more things you should know by being alive, because understanding moments like the Gaspee Affair helps us see how everyday resistance, well, eventually built into a revolution. Thanks for watching.